Well, hi there. Horne-Ellstrom here. You can call me Pajama Grandma. If we haven't met yet, go ahead and comment in the comments below, #pajama, and then I'll know that this is the first time you are seeing my video or hearing my voice, and this is the first time that you have been exposed to me in our group, Supersize Your Business. I want to go over a couple of things about this group. This group is very different and very unique, and it might be evidenced by me being here in my curlers. You will get to know that me, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, has the ability to just be myself. And I think that's one of the most valuable things that you can be in this world nowadays. And if you don't believe that, this is probably not the right group for you. I just want to share with you who this group is for and who this group isn't for. And no hard feelings. If this group isn't for you, if you don't want to listen to a lady that uses a magnifying glass and sometimes shows up in hot rollers and almost always shows up in her pajamas and robe, then this isn't the group for you. If you are just looking for a networking group, and this is a group with a lot of business owners in it because that's what it's for. It's all people that want to supersize their business, and you just want to come in and spam the group and share your stuff and pimp your products or services, this is definitely not the group for you. This is a learning group. It's not a networking group, and there's a big difference. This is a group that we come to. It's a safe place for us to come and learn and grow and share and ask questions and figure stuff out in a positive way. It's not a place to come and be inundated with other people trying to sell us their stuff. Now, we'll have one day a week where we actually do a fun way of sharing what we do, but it will only be done one day a week. And let's talk about who this group is for. I always like to, and I put it on a couple of note cards, because I always like to do a contest with myself to see if I'm focusing more on the positive than on the negative. And so I did a card that says, who is this group for? And I did one, who is this not for? And there's a little bit more on the who is this for than who is this not for. But there's a lot on the who is this not for, because if this isn't for you, please don't be here. And so let's cover those things first, so that if it's not for you, you don't have to hear who it's for. It's not for you if you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. There are no get-rich-quick schemes. You might be convinced by all the fancy marketers and shysters out there that there is something like get-rich-quick, but there is no such thing. There is no magic pill. There is no magic bullet. There is no trick, tip, or strategy. And I say that a lot. Hey, here's a tip, trick, or strategy to do X, Y, or Z. Now, there are shortcuts and ways to do little pieces of things, but there is no shortcut to success. There is no shortcut to building the business of your dreams. You have to want it. You have to set a goal for it. You have to do the work to achieve it. You have to figure out all the little pieces, and you have to put them in place, and that's entirely up to you. It's 100% your responsibility. If you're the type person that doesn't want to take 100% responsibility for your successes or for your failures and for all of it, then this is definitely not the group for you, because I will hold you accountable. I will ask you questions, and I won't hold you accountable as much as I will get you to hold yourself accountable. Because bottom line, it doesn't matter to me if your business succeeds or fails. It doesn't matter to anyone else in the universe if your business succeeds or fails. It matters to the people that you would or could be serving. But bottom line is, it really matters more to you than anyone else in the world. And if it doesn't matter to you more than anyone else in the world, then this is not the group for you. If you're not wanting to change the world with what you're doing and have a positive impact on the world, this is totally not the group for you. If you're just in and doing a business to make money, and that's your primary only objective, and you're not really here in the world creating a business to help people, this is definitely not the group for you. This is a group for entrepreneurs and business owners who know that what they have to offer will positively impact the world. If you're just selling something because you want to make money, and you don't even know why or how or who it's for because you want to just sell it to everybody, this is not the group for you. We're all about supersizing your business, supersizing my business, you supersizing your business in a way that makes the world a better place. And if you're not wanting to make the world a better place, I am definitely not your cup of tea, and this is definitely not the group for you. Again, so if you want to spam or just share your product or try to recruit people from in this group or private message them or share links, no, you're out. This is not the group for you. There's absolutely positively zero link sharing in this group. No link sharing, none whatsoever. No coming in and going live unless you have my permission. No promoting anything except on our one promo day. That day you will have my permission and there'll be specific instructions. It's going to be Sunday and how we do that. And there'll be, of course, ways that we do that serve the group and work to be a learning experience for everyone, not just a way for you to pimp your products. I don't know why, but today I like saying pimp your products. But it's also not a group. If you're an egotistical control freak, and okay, we're all a little bit of a control freak, but if you're a massive egotistical control freak, know-it-all, bossy, arrogant prick, please don't join this group. Now, women can be pricks too. If you want to whine, bitch, moan, complain, start fights, be a hater, talk about religion or politics, complain or blame, I'll kick you out of the group. You'll get banned from the group. If you're mean or negative to anyone in any way, you're out. There is always a way to give feedback and to talk to people in a way that's respectful and kind and encourages them to grow as a person without being mean or arrogant or egotistical or know-it-all-ish. And if you're any of those things, you're out, because this is a group to help one another do whatever it is we're trying to do better. And all of us are trying to do different things. Every one of us wants to accomplish something different in life. Even if we think we're in competing businesses, there really is no competition, because you bring you and your unique skill set and your unique experiences and your unique stories to your business. Nobody else, there's probably, there's a billion restaurants and bars in the world. And I don't know if it's the world. It's got to be the world, not America. There's a billion. Everybody's got to eat, right? Every single restaurant, even chains, as much as they try to be the same and have their model, each one of them is slightly different based on the person that's running or owning that business, because their personality, their unique style always enters into what they're doing. So there might be a McDonald's in your small town that you love, but the McDonald's in the neighboring town stinks. You can't stand it. And the only difference is the person that runs it and the environment that they create in that particular, supposedly the same model. It's the same thing as, identical twins are still totally unique, different individuals. Their thought processes, their beliefs are totally unique and different to them. So if you're any of those things, if you're wanting to just come in and take advantage of this group, this is not going to be the place for you. You'll be banned, and once you're banned from this group, you will never enter again, even if you try to come in under a different name, because we are all authentically who we are in this group. This is a safe group where you can totally be you. This is a safe. Another thing is, if you think you're going to come in and steal other people's ideas, then this is definitely not the group for you, because not only will we ban you from the group, but we will actually help the person whose idea you steal take legal action against you. Because I believe so strongly in, if you're the kind of person that can't even come up with your own idea and create your own thing, this is totally not the group for you. And that might sound harsh, but that's a big fear of people. Why people don't want to come into a group and open up is they're so afraid someone's going to steal their idea. Now, I will hint at, if you believe that, that's because you have a scarcity mentality. Nobody wants to be told they have a scarcity mentality. So if you don't want to hear about universal laws and universal truths, this is not the group for you. If you don't want to be a possibility thinker or think positively or know how you can give and interact and help other people to be more of what they want to be, then this is not the group for you. So that's enough on this is not the group for you. Who the heck is this group for, and why would you want to be a part of it? And if you're still with me, I'm going to sneak a drink of water. If you're still with me after all that, what it's not, I'm really excited that you're still listening. Because here's who this group is for. This group is for anybody who wants to create the business of their dreams. If you want to create the business of your dreams, if you want to create a business you love, and that you know is changing the world and making the world a better place for its existence, then this is the group for you. If you want to learn, grow, share your experiences, share the lessons that you've learned, share your wins, share what's working for you now, share what you've tried that hasn't worked, but what you learned from it. If you want to and are willing to, then this is the group for you. If you're willing to comment in a positive way, in a kind way, if you're willing to give people feedback and receive feedback, if you want to get feedback on things, this is the group for you. If you're one of those people that wants to give value, this is the group for you. Because I guarantee the value that you give will be returned to you 100-fold. Because that's the way the universe works. If you know that giving is the way to receive, this is the group for you. If you know that making the world a better place is the way to get business success for you, then this is the place for you. If you want to be part of a learning, growing, personally development, business success strategy, what's really working now, and I personally don't like the word hack because I think it's got negative connotations, but shortcuts. What's worked for other people? The quickest way to success is modeling what other people that have succeeded do. It isn't copying. It isn't stealing their ideas. It isn't cheating. It's modeling and making it your own. I'm creating this scavenger hunt, modeling it after a gentleman by the name of Landon Porter, who has a group called Getting Clients Without Being Salesy. I'm going to send everyone that needs to work on a certain part of their business to Landon's group. Now, Landon won't accept half of the people that are in my group probably, because half of the people that want to join his group, he doesn't let in because of the same thing I'm going through with you right now, the same thing I'm modeling that I learned from him. Make sure that you're filtering out the people that don't belong in your group right off the bat so that you create a community that you love. This group will be for you if you want to come in and learn and know what you can apply by watching to your own business. If you want to create your own group, which I'm going to encourage all of you to do as part of the process, and your own Facebook page and your own social media presence, and you're doing your own videos, I know it's scary, but then this is the group for you. I'm going to teach you what works for me and what has worked for me in my past. You'll learn all about me, who I am, and how I have the audacity to show up in curlers as I'm doing a Facebook Live presentation telling people, if you don't like me in curlers, get the hell out. You'll learn all about that through the course of this little scavenger hunt, if you stick with it. If you don't stick with the scavenger hunt, if you don't go through the scavenger hunt before posting in this group, you'll be banned. You'll be kicked out. If you're not an action taker, you're going to not want to be in this group. If you want to just lurk and do nothing and never participate, you won't last in this group very long. You'll actually take yourself out of it, because the value of this group is in your participation. The value in this group is like the mastermind effect. It's all of us contributing what we know to make each of us better at what we do and how we want to grow and how we want to show up in the world. This is a group where you will be grateful and appreciate one another and appreciate what we learn from one another. If somebody shares something that you apply in your business and it really works out for you, make sure you go back and find their post and thank them for it and tell them the result that you had from that. Because nothing gives the people in this group more joy. Nothing gives me more joy than knowing that something I shared with you actually makes a difference in your business or in your life. That's the only reason I'm doing this, is because I know how much I wish I would have had somebody as I was going through my career and through my businesses and starting up businesses and failing at businesses and starting up another business and succeeding at a business. I wish I would have had somebody or some group. I mean, when I was doing mine, I'm still doing them, but back when I started, there was no internet, there was no Facebook, there was no social media. And as much as we like to complain about social media sometimes and the lack of privacy or whatever, it doesn't matter. It is the way the world is right now, and we can either embrace it or we can bitch and moan about it. If you want to embrace it and move forward in the world and create massive, awesome, wonderful things because of it, because of just the way things are outside of us, great, you're in the right place. Again, if you want to bitch and moan and complain about it, you're not going to last long in this group. Again, so it's a learning group. We're going to be appreciative and grateful for one another and for what we learn and do in this group. the right people. As far as not being a networking group, I want you to know and rest assured, and you probably already know this if you're attracted to this group, what we put out in the world, we get back. So if you put a lot of good stuff into this group, the right people that you need to be connected to, working with, in partnership with, this is going to be a great group to actually find strategic partners to work with, because it's a group about supersizing your business, which often involves strategic partnerships. But you'll find those naturally by the people that are attracted to one another in the group without private messaging. Oh, that's another thing. If you spam, private message, or do anything like that to anybody in the group, you'll get banned. Sorry, that was a pop back. But people will naturally be attracted to and find one another. If you found this group, you're smart enough to know how to use Google or use another way of search bars, the search bar on every website just about these days, or every social media platform. If you find somebody that you resonate with, you can find another platform to connect with them on. And you can connect with them on your main Facebook page. You just cannot connect with them through this group. Don't private message anyone in this group unless it's me or another admin, because you'll get banned from the group. You're welcome to PM me and ask me questions and get permission for things before you post or think about doing something, and I'll coach you through how to get in touch with somebody if that's what you want to do, because they sound like the perfect person for you to be connected with. And if you're feeling that way, that other person is probably feeling that way as well, and maybe they'll connect with you first, but don't PM them. We don't have very many rules here, but we do have the rules that I've mentioned. Absolutely no links. And the reason that we have no links isn't because, well, number one, I don't want it to become a spammy nonsense bullshit page that nobody wants to come to, because it's all just a bunch of links for people pimping their stuff. Number two, it's because whenever you put links in, Facebook's algorithm messes with us and will make our group not findable by anybody that should be in the group. And there's a lot of businesses that can and should be in this group because we can help them supersize their business. But anytime you do anything that takes people off Facebook or links to something else, or post something that's from your site or from your Facebook page or from another site or your website, the algorithm in Facebook totally penalizes group owners, and we don't want that to happen to the group. So there's an actual reason behind why the no links thing. Besides, it's irritating and spammy and everybody hates it, especially as a business owner. Okay, I think back to my brick and mortar business, my last one, and every single day I would get dozens of phone calls from people trying to sell me something. They didn't know anything about my business. They didn't even know who I was. They just found me in a directory, and they called my manufacturing business to con me or sell me into something that I didn't need or want. Now, if someone happened to have looked at anything that I put out in the world or knew anything about my business, I always needed something, and I always needed help with something, and I always wanted something, but I wasn't necessarily in a position to go out and get that right now. But if the right person called me with the right offer because they knew I needed it, boom, sold. They didn't even have to sell me because I already knew I needed it. And if they happened to contact me, I would do business with them if I resonated with them. But all the other spammy people that just irritated and called me up every day wasted my time and energy, which when you're running your own business, we don't want our time and energy wasted. So we don't want that in this group. Intention. I'm going to tell you a really big secret about life, and you may already know it, and it might not be a big surprise, but our intention and our motives and kindness and what our vibration and what we're all about comes through in everything we do and say and how we present ourselves. It comes through in all our messages. It comes through in the way we do things. It comes through in the way we share our opinions, the way we give feedback. It comes through in everything. So we always are showing people exactly who we are right now. Now, it doesn't mean we can't change and grow and be different, because God knows I've changed and grown and been different than I was even 5 years ago. We're always, hopefully, if you're in this group, you're continuously improving and growing and always getting better. I have an incredible philosophy about continuous improvement. Who I am right now is entirely different than who I'll be 5 years from now. Heck, who I am right now might be different than who I am a month from now. But I always show up as who I am right now. And I ask that you do the same in the group. Be who you are, because guess what? If you're faking it, if you're wearing masks or curlers in your hair, And sometimes I'm going to show up in masks, you guys, or wear crowns because it's fun. And life and our businesses should be fun. When my businesses in the past became not fun, when I dreaded going into my business or into my corporate job or the office or whatever business I was running or picking up the phone to do something for my business, when it stopped being fun, that is when I knew I needed to make a massive change and do something else. So we need to have fun in this group. But your intent always shows through. It might not show through to everybody, and you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Who you are always shows up. So be who you are. And if you are an insecure D-bag, don't join this group, because we'll see it and we'll call you out on it, and we'll call you out in a kind way. But we're going to call you out on it. And if you decide you want to change, then you can change and you can stay with us. But if you are so insecure, number one, how did you ever take the leap of faith to start your own business? Because this is for people that have taken that leap of faith already. If you haven't started your business yet, this is probably not the group for you. If you haven't taken the leap of faith, and it doesn't mean you don't still have a corporate job. I had a corporate job for 25 years while I ran businesses on the side. Then you're totally welcome in the group. But because we'll help you to get to the point where you can take that 100% leap of faith. But if you haven't even started anything on the side, then this is not the group for you. And I can steer you. Just go ahead and PM me. And even though you won't join this group yet, you're welcome to come back and join the group after you've taken that leap in faith and started something. Because I'm not going to help. I can help, but I'm not going to take the time and energy at this point in my career to help people get over the belief of taking that first leap of faith. Because you know what? As you know, since you've already taken that, that is the hardest step. And you're going to have obstacles and things along the way. But once you've taken that first step toward doing your own thing, it's impossible to go back. And it's really funny because people in your life and people around you won't necessarily, well, they probably won't support you. My mom still tells me, oh, honey, just go get a job. She still tells me that, and I've been doing my own thing since 2004. And a lot of my own things since 2004. I left corporate America for the last time. And it amazes me. People around you won't support you, but this is the place to come for support and the confidence to move forward with the strategic objectives and the things that you want to do to supersize your business. This is the group for you. If you've resonated with the things that I've said, if you can relate to me, if you can relate to someone in curlers talking to you about, how to supersize your business, and then this is the place for you. And if it's not the place for you, please just go ahead and unfollow, unjoin, unsubscribe, whatever the button says. I don't even know what the button says right now because I'm talking to you. I'm not looking at my computer. And if I was, I'd be using a magnifying glass. And that is part of my story that I will share with you throughout the scavenger hunt, because I want you to get to know who I am and how I can help you, and then how you can help the group, because that's what it's all about. It's all about us making the world a better place by helping one another create the amazing things that we're all here to create. That's it. Go out, have an awesome day, and I will talk to you soon with the next step in the Supersize Your Business scavenger hunt. Bye.